So a couple of days ago, Terrance Knighton comes up with a quote. In fact, he told it to the Denver Post's very own Mark Kisla.
And we were just talking to Mark about it.
We were just talking to Mark about it here in the Post newsroom.
Can I set you up on exactly what
sure.
happened? Mark and I talk about what columns we're going to write. And we decided
so you don't step on each other?
Someone had to write about Peyton Manning because he was the main story in addition to being the main man.
Yeah.
And because of his sickness and then getting hurt right before halftime, so we determined that one of us would write about Peyton Manning, and Mark says, I think I want to write that this is a team that you can travel with now, that it's a good road team.
Yeah.
12 straight victories against
division opponents,
tying an NFL record. So he decided to do that. Well, one of your go-to guys on defense would be Chris Harris, and you'd go to Terrance Knighton. They
talk.
Have good insight, they talk, they have good quotes, and while I'm off talking with Manning, he's talking to Terrance Knighton, and Knighton told him specifically, and Mark said to me, he said, this is a team you can travel with. And he said, before I finished that, that's when he gave the quote. So that sets up exactly how it happened.
Let's show everybody the quote, and we'll read it off the big screen here. This is Terrance Knighton, Broncos defensive lineman. Right to Mark Kisla. It doesn't matter what happens at the end of the year. We are hoisting that trophy. I don't care if New England doesn't lose again. I don't care where we have to play. I don't care who our opponent is. We're not going to be satisfied until we hoist that trophy. So if we've got to go to New England and win somewhere we're not used to winning, we're going to make it happen. Write that and put a big period after that one.
And so a lot of people, after that came out, said, oh, Terrance is going to deny he said that. Well, Mark's got it on his tape recorder, A, and B, he didn't.
No, in fact, he came back yesterday and said it again.
Yeah, and as a result of Terrance, who is a great quote, but also has become a great player, and he talked last night on the show that he does.
All right, in the meantime, back to Terrance Knighton's quote. Wood, we have this thing called technology these days, and it allows word to travel very fast. Well, the word traveled back to New England, what Terrance Knighton said, and last night at halftime of the Chicago Bears-New Orleans Saints game on radio, Westwood One radio, Tom Brady answered Terrance Knighton.
Well, Pot Roast is a big man, and I would never say anything that would get him mad at me, but I would just say there's a lot of football left to be played. My dad always told me, well done is better than well said. In the meantime, we have a lot of football left to play. It starts this weekend, Sunday at the Jets. Nothing is really clinched at this point. There's still two very important regular season games remain on our schedule, and that's what my focus is on.
How about that? I know there's nothing inflammatory there, but Wood, for the first time that I can remember in the history of this pretty heated series between the Broncos and the New England Patriots, we've got some trash talking going on. We got bulletin board material. Seriously, I think it's wonderful. I think it lends a personality to this thing.
Well, we had just, again, a little bit of history. Wes Welker went off on Belichick after he left. So that was kind of what was going on last year. The Josh McDaniels going back to New England. There's already a lot brewing between these two teams.
Getting a little more heated, isn't it?
Yeah. Belichick won't get in the middle of it. Fox won't get in the middle of it, but the players will. And I think that Knighton has he violated, and this is not a criticism, he violated the code, though. You don't start talking about the Super Bowl just because you clinched a division champion.
Yeah.
So he dragged Tom Brady kicking and screaming. No, he wasn't. But Tom Brady responding to him. And let's hope that it does happen. I think if you're a Broncos fan, you hope that it happens after New England loses its last game. That's what you hope, because they're not going to lose they've got to bye this week. The Broncos have a bye the following week.
New England goes to the New York Jets, and then they finish up at home with Buffalo.
They have a bye both weeks.
Hey, all I'm saying is this is the NFL, and you never know.
Oh, you told me
and
that
Buffalo
before
just
San
beat
Diego.
Green Bay the other night. There's still hope for the Broncos.
No,
but Tom Brady's right. It's not over. It's not over. I mean, they still have to secure the number one seed. Look, you and I both expect the Broncos to be going to New England sometime in late January to play for the AFC Championship. No doubt about it.
And I'm not looking forward to it at all.
We'll talk
not because of the game. I just don't want to go back to New England.
We'll talk about that in 1 second. First, want to tell everybody to celebrate the Lexus December.